Hey, my loves, how are you doing during these times? I hope you're all well and safe. I am super excited to bring you today a gorgeous pick a card reading. For those of you that are new, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I am Lexi, and I'm super excited to give you a video that could be actually seen by itself. But the way I envisioned it is that it will be part of a series. The series is going to be called Your Love Story. I am basically going to create a series of 6 to 7 videos where I will explore details about your love story. This mostly applies to people that are looking forward to new romantic experiences. With all this Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, all this kind of limiting Capricorn draining energy, there is a tendency for us to be very nostalgic about the past, to not want to let go to emotional attachments, and I think that breeds toxicity. So I just want to infuse this video and all my further pick a card readings with the energy of the new. Saturn is in Aquarius, guys, so I want us to get on board with that and work with the energy. I would just like to thank very much Patrick Valenza. He is the guy who decorated this brilliant Deviant Moon Tarot, and he gave me the idea for this series. So some of the videos are gonna bear the names of his moon chart. And another thing I want to say is thank you so much to Christina Dahl, one of my lovely subscribers, who gave me this animal spirit deck as a gift, and I really love it, so I'm using it for the first time in this video. And in addition, I was able to buy incense for this video and those lovely 2 candles with donations from you guys. So you're actively contributing to growing the space. You're not only growing my family by subscribing and liking and commenting, but you're also, through your donations, contributing to how my videos look and the things that I'm able to give you. So all these grateful things being said and all this wonderful positivity being put out there, I just want you guys to imagine, and I want to help you manifest, bring in a really lovely new partner. So in this video, to start off your love story, we first need to meet your partner. Who is this person going to be? I will try to keep it as vague as possible so that if you're in a same-sex relationship, this could also apply to you. Or if you're a man in love with a woman, this can also apply to you, because I know that the majority of my subscribers are women. So I tend to say he unconsciously. I'm tuning into the collective. Okay, guys, so this being said, I won't keep you longer. You have a choice between 6 beautiful piles. You can choose Amethyst, Rose Quartz, Black Obsidian, Clear Crystal. This, by the way, looks like some sort of castle in the sky. I love it. It reminds me of Superman. Honey Calcite, and this kind of square like Jade. Gorgeous. Okay, if you've made your choice, I won't keep you any longer. Let's meet at your pile. Mwah! Hey, pile 1. I wanted to give you guys a splash of color because it is spring, in spite of the fact that, you know, the situation that is out in the world at the moment. So this is for those of you that were attracted to this chunky, gorgeous amethyst cluster. I have tons of cards that I pulled out for you to try to uncover the details about your next potential partner, okay? So this is part of your love story series, but it could also be seen just by itself as a video where you're wondering, who is this next person, this person that's going to be in a long committed partnership, a long person. Okay, it might be a tall person already. I'm kind of getting into the energy. So as I said, you can also watch it by itself. So I'm so excited. Come on, let's do this. Okay, first thing. You got the Crow Spirit. Co-create with Spirit. Crows are really magical, kind of dark and mysterious influences. I'm already getting someone really mysterious, really gorgeous, tall, dark, and handsome. 7 of black hearts, and as I said, this black hearts came up. So this is a guy with a black heart. Surrender to the moon, so full moon energy. This is fantastic. I'm guessing you know my readings, they can get a bit far out there. Lycanthropy tendencies, he might want to turn into a wolf, or she might want to turn into a wolf. A time to give rather than to take. Full moon in Virgo. Sorry, new moon in Virgo. What is it with the full moon? You might meet him on a full moon. This is kind of like very strongly playing out already. You might meet this person on a full moon. Ooh. And this person might be quite emotionally charged by the full moon energy, because already I'm sensing that this is a very mysterious person. Ooh, Angel of Memory, Zachriel. Strong Cancer influences coming through, especially with the lunar energy. Seven of Fire. You know what this guy's reminds me of? A show pony. Somebody who's a bit like... Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, nice. I like to see some pentacle energy. Star. You guys, this could be somebody famous. Six of Water. And Five of Pentacles. This is someone nostalgic. This is someone that wants to, once this person kind of grabs onto somebody, they don't want to let go. They want to keep their assets. They want to keep the people in their lives, their family members, everyone. And I kind of have the feeling that they treat everyone like they are potential family members, even the people that they work with. This is a person that is doing something creative, artistic, mysterious, alluring. I would say that the person that is coming towards you, just looking in an overview of all these cards, is the artist. The artist is your next lover, your person, okay? This is a person with potentially some Scorpio in their chart. I would say Scorpio ascendant or moon, but I would think that they are much more of a Cancer sun. So I feel that this is a person that can combine hopeful, star-like qualities with a very nurturing, inner, warm heart. They are excellent love makers because they genuinely just love to make love. They don't just have sex. This is not a person that just fucks and gets up and leave. This is a person that needs the emotional attachment to you first in order for them to genuinely get it on. They are a person that once they bring you into their lives, they will remember every detail about you. They are this kind of person that comes up to you and as a gesture of intimacy and affection, they can straighten your collar, or they can tighten your belt, or they can like take some wayward hair from, you know, your impeccably looking attire. They want you to look picture perfect. They want to help you. They want to support you. And it's a very interesting influence because I feel like they're very star-like already. Show pony, right? I feel like this is a person that wants to just get on stage and communicate emotionally from a very deep, from their core, you know, from their sacral chakra to their heart, to their throat chakra. They want to talk and express themselves and share their heart with the world. This is a person that wears their heart on their sleeve, but you might not think so because of the fact that they are so popular and so loved by many. So they've developed a way in which they can keep their strong and emotional inner core active, but at the same time they are a little bit protective. They won't allow anyone into their lives. So they're not defensive. It's not that they block everyone from contacting them and they run away because they have some weird past trauma. No, this person has no trauma. This person is just very attractive, very emotional. They have this kind of like aura around them. They can balance their dark side with their light side very, very well. And I feel like they're aware of the powerful emotions that they experience, and they also know how to cope with their emotions, okay? They don't do it in a way in which they self-sabotage, but in a way that helps them transform. They are like magicians, you know, they really work very well with transmuting energy, with purifying it. And they know that their health is in their wealth. So this is why they don't fuck up with other people's auras. They don't ingest a lot of toxins, you know. They might love to have a good time. They have very gorgeous memories about, remember that time when I did that thing, or remember when I wore my heart on my sleeve and I got that person, or I got that position, or I managed to come on stage and sing and express myself in front of all these people. But at the same time, I don't think that they are they're not retentive. They're able to let go of things. You know, they go with the flow and they let go. They go with the flow and they let go. They might have tendencies of holding on too fast and too much, especially to their material aspects. So while they have, because that might feel slightly contradictory to what I said earlier, while they can easily process their feelings, they can process them and feel them and then let them go, feel them and then let them go. With material goods, they are a bit retentive. It's very hard for them to let go. I think that this is because they really enjoy their creature comforts. They love to feel stable in their environment. They love to have beautiful flowers around them, or eating a good meal, or you know, going to a restaurant and splurging and being generous with others, okay? And they love to just have a gorgeous home. I see this in the background, where they can retreat, where they can relax, right? Where they can just let go and be like, I'm home. I see this person getting super horny at the end of the day when they come home and they see you, you know, they take like their watch off, or, you know, they loosen their trousers after a good meal, and then they feel very kind of like aroused because they are in safety, in stability, and they come home to you. So they feel like, oh, this is perfect. This is my paradise. This is kind of like that kind of a person, a nester, an artistic nester. This is your person. I feel like they find it very hard sometimes to let go of things because they had to acquire fortune through their own means. So I feel like this is not a person that was granted a lot of good opportunities. There is a deep sense of them fearing that they might lose what they already have, you know. And they don't want to lose their material goods because they put so much effort into acquiring them. This is a person, this is a rags to riches story, okay? So I mean, from Five of Pentacles, which is this awful card of feeling like you're abandoned, like you're orphaned. They could be an orphan. They could be a person that rose up from the squalor of society to the rank, you know, like Slumdog Millionaire. But I feel like with this person, it's not because they won a contest. It's because they genuinely worked at increasing their network, working on their looks, increasing their popularity person by person until they actually amassed a lot of wealth. And yeah, so this is a really artistic, this is potentially a famous person. I would see a person that loves to sing, or a person that just, like maybe a stand-up comedian, somebody that just can manipulate emotion very well, an actor as well, but I do see them primarily on stage, so maybe a theater actor, right? So not really a painter or an architectural genius or something like that. This is more of a singer, actor, stand-up comedian kind of guy, you know. This is a person that stands in front of other people and can command the atmosphere around them. They are magical, honestly. They are magical. People look at them and they feel like they found a fucking unicorn. It is so beautiful. Sorry about my language, but I feel quite passionate today. So yeah, you have here a really wonderful catch. I see Cancer Sun, maybe a Virgo ascendant or Scorpio ascendant. Okay, so I'll tell you what I feel. Virgo ascendant, Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon, but it could be any other potential combination, but I do see these three signs being highlighted, okay? This is a person that will pine and yearn for you. If you go away, if you kind of like decide to change things and shake up the kind of peaceful home life that this person has created for you, then they will, it will kind of destabilize them emotionally for a while. They will feel like they just need you, you know, like if you have a long distance relationship, I feel like they would be okay with that because they might need to travel on tours. So they are aware of the fact that you both have to go and travel and earn the coin, you know. But at the same time, they are going to miss you. And this is not the kind of person that will fuck around with groupies in tours. No, this is a person that just wants their person, you know. They are aware, as I said, that sex is an energy exchange and they don't want to let negative entities attach to them. They could actually consult an astrologer or tarot reader. They are aware of the fact that you need to work with spiritual forces and not only on your logical and physical appearance in order to amass a lot of wealth. So yeah, this is a very beautiful person. Congratulations, Pawan. You are attracting the artist, okay? The magical artist, the nurturing artist. Yeah. Well done. Okay, so this is part one. We've met your person, the artist. In part two, I'm going to try to uncover more details about your relationship and how it will develop. So stay tuned. I love you guys so much. Mwah! Bye. Hey, yeah, guys, I just stopped the video because I needed to make some tea. If you can see, it's full of my lipstick stains. It's just one of those days. I'm indoors looking super fancy, drinking salvia tea and completely divinating for you guys. I'm having the time of my life, honestly. Okay, my lovely rose quartz crew. This is your person. Are you ready? Let's just uncover your person's characteristics. So as I said, if you skipped over the intro, this applies for a person that is coming towards you. This is not necessarily about the person you have in mind, but take it as it applies. You know, who am I to tell you what to do, right? So, Beaver spirit, this person can lay a solid foundation with you. I'm sorry, I have a bit of a childlike dirty mind sometimes, and just the word lay in that sentence, and I'm like, this person is gonna lay ya. And as I'm saying this, 4 of water, yeah, fertility. Okay, 9 of fire. How beautiful is this card, guys? 9 of fire. Ooh, the Tower. Intense. Page of Pentacles. Someone studious. 2 of Wands. A seer. Oh my god, you guys got the best card out of the Angelarium. Heart, Tiferet. Beauty, the center of our being. Communication is key. New Moon in Gemini. So again, some intellectual energy coming here. The 6 of Cups. Whoa, okay. The 7 of Diamonds, and this represents the Sun card. And you got one more from the Illuminated Tarot. Ooh, the Queen of Diamonds. Do you know who's coming towards your way? The CEO. Okay, so I'm getting like a very, very strong, this person built a corporation from scratch. This is a person that wakes up in the morning and connects himself or herself to all the devices in the household. I see this person just waking up and all of a sudden, you know, computer screens start opening up. Their mobile phone is full of messages that they need to go through. The stock exchange list is somewhere to the side. This is a person that, you know, ingests like vitamins and all sorts of like really herbal, super powerful supplements to just get them through the day, drinks a really nice Nespresso or something like that, and puts on their really well-looking suit that was created for them by a fashion designer and was delivered by their assistant. They have a personal assistant because they would never call somebody their maid, okay? This is a person that is technologically astute, intellectual, loves to work on their self-improvement, loves to work on their bodies, and at the same time, they might have suffered some ailments when they were younger, so this made them want to improve their bodies. They were the favorite of their mother and kind of a distant relationship with their father, which kind of made them want to prove themselves that they are the man, they are the person, you know. But they're very sweet on the inside. So that's the really beautiful thing about this person. They are not like just a shameless neoliberal capitalist brute that just wants to destroy landscapes and make a profit from destroying the Amazon forest, or, you know, just taking advantage of a lower I don't know, a lower populated landscape or an economy that is up and coming, you know. No, this is a person that has a company that is kind of creating things for the future or for humanitarian purposes or for environmental purposes. Okay, sorry about that. So like renewable energy, Aeolian energy, so you know, like windmills, like electrified windmills, not the medieval windmills. This is a person that is a solar thinking, very strong masculine energy. I can even like feel their non-creased white shirt, you know, like, and I'm sure that their white shirt costs more than your master, you know. So they're this kind of like Harvard or Yale educated person, but I don't think that this is a person that comes necessarily from money. I think that they're like middle class kind of beginnings. They don't come from an elite, like wealthy family, and their parents just ship them to Harvard, you know, because they bribed the headmaster or something like that. I don't know what happens. I'm not assuming that this happens, but it might happen actually. Anyway, so moving on. This is a person that worked for their success. They didn't have to struggle that much. They had opportunities. They had some savings that they started with, but they took calculated risks. This is a person that I think is not afraid to destroy their foundation and rebuild it again. They are like a mastermind. They think, okay, if my company or my vision with this company has some sort of corrupt influences, if I made a mistake to get some people by my side that are using and abusing their power, then I'm just gonna completely fire everybody, redo my motto, and start again. You know, I want this to be as pure-hearted, yeah, and as visionary and as humanitarian as possible. Okay, this person could be a Gemini. Geminis, in spite of the fact that they might seem quite wishy-washy and non-committal, they make a lot of fortune. Why? Because they are excellent at networking with other people, you know, and they get the information before a lot of people do it. So information is power, knowledge is power. Therefore, Geminis make money easily, yeah? So a Gemini, or this could also be an Aquarius. I'm getting very, very strong Aquarian vibes, but an Aquarius that has some sort of Leo in their chart. So the three signs I am seeing here are, I don't know why, but these two cards to me say Aquarius. This is weird, I know, but the stars and how this guy is holding the globe, Aquarius. Also this water creature that holds the globe, water bearer. So Aquarius, Leo, and Gemini, they might have all these influences combined, because it's really beautiful, because then they would have the Leo open-heartedness and warmth and charisma, with the brilliance and the innovative thinking of an Aquarian, and also with the social savviness and information gathering skills of a Gemini, okay? This is the CEO, okay? The CEO is coming towards you. This is your next person. I'm sure a couple of you are like, what the F? I don't know any CEOs. Well, prepare yourself, Buttercup. You're just about to meet one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting like a bit, all this like Aries energy is kind of, I have a Jupiter in Aries, so that's why it's kind of like amping me up, you know? Anyway, so this is a person that will level a foundation to the ground and then rebuild again, and they'll build stronger every time. They are very, very, as I said, they are self-taught. You might find it annoying, the fact that they will always have their head in their phone or in a newspaper, or checking information all the time. But they will be like very sweet. Like I can imagine your interactions being like something like they will be with their head in the phone and trying to look at you and kiss you, and then kind of be again with their head in the phone and like ask you, do you want a smoothie or do you want a coffee? Can I get you something? And you'll be like, okay, maybe more time with you, and they'll be like, okay, I'll put my phone down, and then you kiss and you cuddle, and then you can feel that they need to check their phone again because they got like 3 notifications while you guys were together. You will be incredibly well provided for. So if you are okay with having somebody that is a little bit fidgety, somebody that wants to keep up to date with the latest developments and actually puts their heart and soul into bettering the fabric of society through their work, this is your person. As I said, you are gonna have to be a very independent person if you want to be with them. You need to have your own job or your own thing that occupies you, because they might need to be occupied with the destruction and rebuilding of a lot of the elements that sustain society, you know. So The best thing you could do is just learn with them and keep up with them as well. They will take care of you. They will send guards to protect you if you need to. They will send cars to pick you up from places. They will make sure that your fridge is always stocked. They will make sure that your spa membership is always up to date, just to make sure that when they are not there to take care of you, they at least are in contact with you and you feel cared for and provided, okay? They might actually even Skype you from the other side of the world if they need to travel to Antigua and Barbados or something like that, or if they need to go to Fiji, you know, that's the other side of the world. Barbados is not the other side of the world. What am I thinking? It's in the Caribbean. Anyway, so I'm just getting a little bit carried away. I just feel like, you know, going out is a massive thing at the moment, and unfortunately we can't do that. But anyway, we do the best with what we have. We do the best. Bear with me, okay? This is a person that will make you feel like you're blossoming and blooming, okay? I see this as being the other half of a power couple. So if you're a powerful person, a powerful woman, or you're about to become, this is what you envision for yourself, then baby, the CEO is coming for you. And it's gonna be a person with a huge heart, okay? And perhaps other huge corresponding body parts, you know? This is definitely going to be a person that will be taller than you, and they might have like curly hair and kind of like crazy looking, slightly unkept looking, a little bit of a mad scientist kind of vibe, but they will be very charming in a boyish way, you know? Like they'll definitely be thin and slim because it's all this fidgeting energy and the movement, the activity that they have. They might look slightly like you need to put a blanket over them from time to time because they are overworkers, okay? But at the same time, they are loving, okay? They, just like beavers, have you guys seen videos of beavers when they're like floating on their backs and they extend their tiny little paws and they grab the paws of their partner? This is a person that couples with their partner for life, okay? They don't have time to sit around and date other people. They don't have time to fuck around. They don't have time to be on Tinder. You know, what's Tinder? They invented 3 other apps while Tinder was booming, you know? This is fantastically committed person, humanitarian energy, business-minded, savvy, techie, intellectual guy. If you've enjoyed that, then this is your pile. If not, choose another pile. I have 6. Okay, my loves, this was the message that I had for you. So this is your person. In the next video, I'm going to try to explore more aspects of your relationship with this person. Okay, so keep this in mind. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, pile 3. This is for those of you that chose the black obsidian. Let's uncover the details of the person that is coming towards you. This applies mostly to future lover energy. So not somebody that you have in your mind, but take it as it applies. You know, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life now, right? I'm just here to entertain you and distract your mind from whatever the fuck is going on in society at the moment. It's good things, but we'll see this in time. At the moment, we're just indoors taking care of ourselves, right? Okay, so look at all these cards that I have for you. Let's uncover the details of your future partner. So you got the 6 of Cups. Ooh, you got a Hod, which is submission. A win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. This is a person that can give it and take it. Okay, bring love into the situation, Aquarius energy. Sagittarius energy, luck is on your side. This is a person that likes sharp objects. And your back? Sharp objects on your back? I creep myself out sometimes. The moon. The 10 of diamonds. Mirroring game going on. Page of air. Ooh. Turtle spirit, right? So what does it say? Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, okay. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. So this is the opposite of the first pile. The first pile had the dark, like the crow, right? The dark raven, if you want to call it. Although I know that crows and ravens are slightly distinct, so I'm not. For those of you that are into ornithology, I apologize. Uh, moving on. The person that is coming towards you from the cards is the counselor. Are you ready for this? This is gonna be deep. Oof. So this is a person that comes from a quite traumatic background. This is a person that always thought that the life that they had is not really the life that they wanted to live. They had a vision in their mind of what a family should be like because of the positive influences of the people in their environment where they grew up in. Maybe contact with teachers, maybe contact with doctors, spiritual leaders in their community that taught them that life is worth living and that they can heal. But when they went back into their home, it was a super toxic environment and they just had to grin and bear it, okay? This is a person that comes with issues, trauma. They are not a person that will unleash these issues on you, but expect some very bizarre sexual play, okay? This person learned that the way in which they can fully function into a society and purge the trauma and the issues that they expected in their family, okay, so was to learn about family dynamics and work on themselves. So they got a degree in psychology, or they trained to be a counselor, a coach, like a personal life coach, not a sports coach. They went to some sort of retreats. They got into spirituality. This is a person that works on themselves 24/7 and is sometimes haunted by things that happened to them in the past. They might have some trouble sleeping. They might have some troubles feeling completely free in their lives, okay? When they will meet you, it's almost gonna be like a situation where they can breathe relief. They will feel as if they can genuinely fall at your feet. You will have some sort of like power over them and they will feel as if, oh, finally, I found my person. Okay, this is a person that wants to fall at your feet and worship you. Mostly because I think that they see you as being quite a pure person or a person that comes from a relatively stable family background. I mean, you don't have to have a fantastic family, you know, that laughed every day and exchanged positive experiences all the time. I mean, who has that, honestly? But just a normal, stable family, a mom and dad, you know, the usual hang-ups that we have against our parents, the usual lies that we like to tell them, you know, the kind of normal family dynamics, sibling rivalry, for example, or just like being competitive slightly, or being slightly critical with your family members, and yeah, just playing these light power games, power dynamics that exist in a family. But at the same time, you love your family and you're there for them and you feel the same about your family members, at least one of your family members. If you were, for example, a child coming from a single parent family, that parent was stable for you, you know, that parent loved you and you know about that, you're aware of that. And this person did not have that, okay? In spite of the fact that they might have had two parents, maybe they had alcohol issues, maybe sexual abuse, there was something here where your person was not feeling okay at home. And I'm already kind of tearing up and kind of feeling like, oof, I'm kind of empathizing with this energy. This is a bit of a heavy pile, guys, but this is the interesting thing. They meet you and they feel like, you know, checkmate. They can start on a fresh emotional and sexual foundation. I don't think that they had very fulfilling relationships in the past. Their relationships were almost like exercises in trying to understand their unconscious, their needs, their desires, and whatever fucked up, you know, kind of ideas came to them or behaviors appeared. They were very good at noticing them and working through them, okay? So this person learned to be the counselor, yeah? So now they are on a much more equal power balance. They understand what triggers them. They understand how to speak positively to themselves. They understand how to word things, how to phrase things. So they acquired power, and they have like a lot of clients that come to them for advice right now, okay? They have transformed and transmuted their fucked up childhood into something really beautiful. And they're earning very well based on that, yeah? So enter you. Enter you, this kind of sweetheart that will completely change their perspective on the situation, okay? You will bring love into the situation, yeah? And they will go a bit bonkers for you, okay? This will be, potentially you might start a client-therapist relationship, and then you both realize that you have to interrupt the professional relationship because you are too attracted to each other. Your protection is going to be guarded. This will be okay. It won't be like a situation that creates gossip or endangers the counselor's profession. This is going to be a situation where you both feel you are equal to each other. So you'll both kind of earn the same. You'll both kind of have, maybe you'll both have your own flats or houses, you know. You'll feel quite independent on your own. And when you meet, you'll feel like, boy, am I lucky to have met this person, yeah? You will have a lot of conversations with this person about deeply emotionally aware things. They would love to talk about their feelings, okay? So this is a person that loves to talk about their feelings. If you are for that life, this is your person, okay? They will be aware of them. They will know coping strategies during times of stress. So this will be a great person to have by your side right now. And they will want to build something with you, okay? A happy family, if that's what you guys want. But I think that the idea of a happy family in their view is a rather skewed one. So I just think that they want to be with somebody that they can intimately connect with and can accept them for who they are. And I feel like you have the same kind of energy. So whether it is that you generally want to have kids together or have some sort of non-conformist relationship, just the two of you and your pets, or maybe just the two of you traveling the world, or, you know, just the two of you improving financially, whatever it is, you guys are going to be on the same page. This relationship is going to develop slowly, and you will both feel very lucky and very blessed for the fact that you are together. Now, the things that I got, like, that were very strange at the beginning is that this is a relationship that's going to play out quite intensely in the bedroom through some BDSM, okay? This is a person that, as I said, enjoys a little bit kind of like dangerous, risky things. So yeah, I'm gonna say it. I do see a knife in this scenario. I'm not sure what you guys are gonna do with it. I'm not a big BDSM fan, but I know about that world because I trained as a therapist as well. So I know about that world and the unconscious desires that are played out through these kind of practices. And yeah, this is going to be a person that's going to control the situation very well, okay? They're going to be super attracted to your back and behind. And I think that this is because when you reveal your back to someone, that's complete trust, right? Because your back is the most vulnerable part of your body. You know, it's actually physically, it's not that vulnerable, but just psychologically, it's vulnerable to reveal your back to someone, right? So they're gonna love that. They might even sleep with you by grabbing you from behind, you know. This is gonna be a person that's gonna play out these fantasies of domination and submission, because you guys are gonna be on equal footing normally in society, outside of the bedroom, but in the bedroom they're gonna want to like flip the scenario. They're gonna want you to dominate them, and they're gonna want to dominate you, okay? This is gonna be someone that's gonna be really into the passive aggressive, submissive, dominant kind of you know, interaction. But I do see you guys kind of like giggling as well in bed, you know. I see you kind of enjoying your situation. I do see like a lot of like deep eye stares, and I do see a lot of like maybe blindfolds, maybe wrists being tied, handcuffed. It's all about a game of trust and letting go with this person, because they want to constrict their bodies and thereby release themselves emotionally. They might ask you to place some weights on them or put your feet on their chest or things like that. You know, they might sometimes feel so much pressure that they want to release it by feeling your heavy body onto them. And afterwards, they'll just enjoy the release of liberation, okay? So I see a lot of coming in various body parts, if that is for you, okay? Sorry, it got kind of like deeply sexual. I didn't mean for it to go there, but this is a person that can go all night long, and it's slow and steady and kind of sensual and like grabs you and might even bite certain parts of your body just to test how much, you know, how much can you take, you know, what is your pain threshold, you know. There will definitely be some safe words involved in your interactions in bed as well. But you know, this person ultimately is loving, you know, they want you. It's 66. They might enjoy a 69 or flipping the scenario, but 66, angel love number, is about unconditional love, right? So Venusian energy, they will be beautiful. I see Libra, I see Aquarius, and I see Sagittarius influences. A Sagittarius that could have some Scorpio in their chart, like a dark Sagittarius, yeah? But Libra and Aquarius especially, Aquarians are known for the fact that they love to experiment and that they find it very difficult to talk about their emotions. No, they find it easy to talk about their emotions, sorry. They love to intellectualize emotions, but they find it very difficult to express them. So yeah, this is the kind of person, okay? Ultimately, you'll experience utter fulfillment and liberation with this person, and they're gonna blow your mind and blow your body. Okay guys, so that was the message that I had. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't take it too seriously, okay? If you don't enjoy this kind of dynamics, choose another pile. I have 6 of them in this reading, okay? So my lovely pile number 3, it was a pleasure for me to deliver this message for you. Stay tuned, because in the next pick a card reading, I'm going to explore what is going to happen between you and the counselor, okay? Bye guys, I love you. Hey, pile 4, this is for those of you that were attracted to the castle in the sky, a clear quartz. I have to say, in between pile 3 and 4, I took a small break because I had the munchies and I ate some saucisson. That's like this French kind of meat. So I'm already getting a feeling like this person that is coming towards you loves to eat meat. And it's kind of forceful, okay? So let's see what cards you have. These are the cards that I pulled for you. You have the Ace of Cups. Ta-da! Then you have Patience. The Nine of Pentacles. Somebody self-sufficient and very confident. And you have the Seven of Wands. Somebody quite belligerent. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. This is a very interesting energy. Oh my god, yeah. Crucial, angel of punishment. Completely contradictory messages. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch, because it will be needed. Okay, do you know who's coming towards you, pile 4? The Hunter. Prepare to be hunted. This is a super instinctual person, okay? This is how I would interpret the Pisces card in this context, with crucial right next to it, okay? This is a person of contradictions. So this will be a person that physically, as I said, eating meat, right, will look as if they are ready for a fight any second, okay? This is the kind of person that if you were to get pregnant and you would stand in traffic with them and somebody were to touch your belly, they will completely like almost look as if they are about to eviscerate that person that touched your belly, yeah? This is the kind of person that you might meet because they are trying to step in and be the hero. So let's say somebody's just asking you for money on the street, or you get stopped by the bus controller, you know, and you're trying to explain and communicate normally, as you do, calmly, politely, with authorities or with other people, you know, poor people in your neighborhood that perhaps you can't do that or you don't have money. And this person is gonna be like, is somebody bothering you? You know, they're gonna step in and be like, this is my hero moment. This is really weird. I'm really getting these strong kind of Hercules vibes, kind of I don't know, like Jason Momoa. but like Jason Momoa is a sweetheart, you know? So yeah, exactly that kind of combination. It's like he's physically very brawny, very wild looking, but internally it's this kind of really sweet, deer-like, you know, energy. I feel like this person was very sensitive, and maybe they were bullied when they were younger, so they learned to develop and to overcome that. Kind of like the Rock's story, right? Dwayne Johnson, he describes something similar happening to him. So he developed this kind of like, now he looks like a bodybuilder, like somebody who's gonna, you know, just breathe in your direction and you already are punched. So I feel that they will be super attracted to your sensitivity and to your femininity, okay? So if you're this kind of person that cries easily, that likes to protect animals, that likes to give to charity, and is very quite feminine, I think that you will be their perfect counterpoint, because they are like all male, all alpha, all bronze and muscles, and they might not be on the like super intellectual side, but I see that this person is financially self-sufficient. Again, they might not come from a very rich family, so don't expect, I don't know, Rockefeller status, but they could earn a very good and decent living. They could actually be like physical fitness trainers, or they have worked, in the military, or they could work in a circus, or I don't know, any profession, or like they're, you know, fighting for a living. I don't know. I'm trying to think of professions where physical strength is required and people actually pay for it, you know? Yeah, so they're definitely earning their living with the strength of their muscles, okay? And I don't see them as being somebody very famous, so it's something more low-key. This person, if somebody harms you, I will be afraid for that person that harmed you, because they are in for a motherload of pain. They are super vengeful and super like territorial, like nobody attacks my family, nobody attacks my woman or my man, you know. They are very, very sweet and kind with you, yeah. They can be patient, they can be almost like a child, you know, when you have them at home. I even see them enjoying cornflakes, I see them like watching television with the kids, you know, and it's kind of that really funny contrast where they are just very pumped, you know, like the Hulk sitting on a couch looking at cartoons with the kids. So you might enjoy that contrast, you know. I think it's a very funny contrast, very sweet, but at the same time, you know, when shit hits the fan, this is a person that could literally carry you and your 2 children out of a flaming house. So literally. They could have some aggression issues that they're working through. They're aware of that. I think that with their trainers, with the people that are helping them, I feel like this man has a lot of counselors. This man, I keep saying man, see, like my bias intervenes. It's just very strong masculine energy. Anyway, they have like a lot of they might even go see a priest, you know. They're like really attracted to martial arts and the whole idea of the flow of the chi through the body. They're interested as well in how to, you know, get vitamins and supplements, you know, to build their muscles, conditioning, all sorts of things like that. They could have like Arnold Schwarzenegger as their epitome of the guy that made it, you know. So they're very attracted to these kind of like very hyper masculine portrayals, you know, of what it is to live your life as a person in society. But they have a very sweet heart, okay? So why do I say that they are the hunter? I feel that initially when you will meet, you're gonna be like, oh, like, no, please go away, you know. You'll be very attractive to the way they look, especially if you're the kind of woman that enjoys muscles. Maybe you have a Venus in Aries, or Aries influences, maybe Sagittarian influences to a certain extent, or Leo. But this is a guy that you might feel intimidated, or you might feel like, I can't handle this, I can't bring this in the home. First of all, I don't think he will fit in my home, you know, something like that. You feel like, how do we mix, in what world, you know? But this is a man that persists, so they will like you. Their heart is gonna completely vibe with yours, and they will recognize, oh, this is a good woman, this is a good person, you know. So I want to stay by their side. They could be super attractive to your eyes. You could have like deer-like eyes or doe-like complexion. like you could look very younger than your age and quite vulnerable, even though you might be a tough badass on the inside, you know, studying and making great financial decisions and having your own place. You might look very, very like traditionally feminine, very classical, very beautiful, and with a tinge of vulnerability about you. And they will be ultra attracted to that, okay? They'll think that you're the person of their dreams. And they're not going to give up, so they're just going to hunt you. It's basically text you, message you, try to find out where you live, but not in a stalky way, because this is not a guy that can stalk, okay? They are too tall, they are too well developed, they can't hide around bins, you know, or like something like that. And they don't even need to, because they have like a good sense of self-esteem, right? But they will be very heavy on the pursuit. Like if you reject them, they'll be like, okay, fair enough, and then send you a bouquet of flowers in the morning. And if you reject that bouquet of flowers, they'll be like, okay, fine, and then get you tickets to the cinema together. If you say that you don't want to go out and eat with them, they'll deliver a pizza at your apartment and maybe show up and say like, do you want to share it? Because, you know, I delivered this pizza. You know, if you say that you don't want to go out of the house because maybe you had an argument with him, in order for him to actually make it up to you, he might drive up to your place and just invite you to go to the beach together, or to a walk in the woods, or whatever, you know. So they will be a little bit overwhelming and heavy-handed from the way that they pursue you, but they will not have bad intentions, and they are not going to cross a certain line because they respect you, okay? So it's not like you won't be afraid that this guy is like a hidden rapist or something like that. No. Okay, this guy has been bullied, as I said, when he was little. He understands, you know, that it's not okay to make people suffer, but he has a very kind of like the law of the Italian understanding of energy. Like if somebody harms me, I'm gonna harm them back, you know. So he only reacts and retaliates if people genuinely inflict any kind of emotional or physical or verbal pain or abuse on him, you know, which to a certain extent it's, you know, fair enough, okay, right? People shouldn't be assholes with each other. So that's this guy's mentality. He's not like vengeful for years and days and kind of plans and schemes, and then pretends like he's someone, and then just, you know, completely pulls the rug under your feet when you least expect it. He's not a low vibing Scorpio. This is a guy that is could potentially be, I don't know why, but Ace of Cups is more like water energy, but I feel like this is a Leo or a Sagittarius, I don't know, or an Aries. It's very strong, fiery energy, right? This guy really appreciates like the military and like the structure that the military brings, and really appreciates sports, and, you know, understands that we can process very deep emotions through the physical exercise of our body. He has a very healthy understanding of sex, very robust. He just wants to please you. He wants to get off. He wants to have lots of laughs and fun in the bed, you know. He might talk, he might try to pick you and throw you around. So it's gonna be very, very fun, you know, like the act of love making. But to him, it's always gonna feel like more of an athletic thing, you know. He's never gonna feel like, let's not complicate it, let's not exaggerate it. It's just physical pleasure, you know. You take care of me, I take care of you, we're good, babe, you know. Something like that. I can even imagine him going like, we're good, babe, you know. Hasta la vista. So that's kind of the energy that I'm channeling for you, Pal 4. I really hope you enjoy this. It was meant mostly for your entertainment. Please don't take it too seriously. I know I'm kind of cussing in these in this reading, but I'm just riding the wave and the energy of the Sun in Aries in a lockdown situation, right? So let's release some of that pent-up energy by just making fun, right? So guys, I'm going to explore in the next pick a card reading how your relationship with the hunter is going to develop, okay? So stay tuned for that. And if you did not enjoy this personality, please choose one of the many piles I have for this reading. There are 6 of them, okay guys? Love you, take care. Mwah. Bye. Hey pile 5, this is for those of you that are drawn to this beautiful warming honey calcite. So let's uncover the details of your future person and how you will meet the person you're going to start your next love story. This mostly applies to new people coming into your life rather than a person you already have on your mind. But as I said in all the other piles, who am I to tell you how to live your life, darling? Just choose however you want, okay? So I'm in a very weird mood today, very funny, riding the Sun in Aries energy. So yeah, bear with me, okay? I hope to entertain you. Okay, so we start with the Angel of Mercy, Zachriel. And I have to say, I was munching on a bonbon in between this reading and the other pile. So I kind of, blah, blah. Somebody that might stumble over the words. Maybe somebody with a lisp. This is somebody sweet, merciful. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. You might have very strong South Node contacts with him. You might know this person from another life. The World. King of Swords. Oh, did I say king? Knight of Swords. He's got a tail and a fierce horse. And there we go, King of Swords. Unbelievable. Preempting. He's gonna preempt what you need to say and do. Pisces energy. Seven of Wands. Quite feisty, quite defensive. Queen of Fire. Sword and Fire energy. Six of Diamonds. Beautiful. And finally, Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Who is this person? Let me just... Interesting. So very similar to pile number 4 and I think 1 as well. There's a theme going on with the reading today. A blending of contrasts. This is somebody who is quite defensive on the outside, always ready to get their sword out, always ready to punish whoever dares, you know, go over their boundaries, always ready to have a quick comeback, quite sarcastic and quite mean. But inside, they are like, let's have a party, darling. Let's go home, drink wine, have some flowers, and then make sweet, sweet love until midnight, you know? Let's fall asleep in each other's arms. Okay. You know what kind of energy I'm getting? This is someone that works in politics. Someone that has to do with managing a campaign, with being the personal assistant of a very high up politician. This is a person that studied political science and that has to deal with a lot of power plays on a daily basis. This is why they are so witty and so ready to have a quick comeback for anything that anyone might say. Do you know how politicians always take the piss out of each other? And you know, you should watch Veep if you're interested in that kind of world. That kind of world. I see this person being like Dan from Veep. I don't know if you guys know it, but exactly like that, you know, constantly with the BlackBerry in their hands or a smartphone, and kind of getting the gossip. So it's very different from the CEO that I mentioned in pile, I think it was 2, who was keeping up to date with information in order to grow their business. This is a guy that keeps up to date with information in order to know how to manipulate the game, you know. I don't think that they do this for themselves. I see them more as being the assistant of a very powerful person. I don't see them as being like the heights of a vice president, but they could be working for the local mayor. They could be working for the Ministry of Agriculture or Finances or Education. This is definitely somebody that is well-dressed, kind of preppy, you know. I would even go so far as to, you know, like people in Ralph Lauren ads. Someone very highly educated, somebody that's a bit finicky, likes to have things in a certain way, but is also very airy, you know, like they're guarded, they have sarcastic comebacks, but they're not heavy as people, you know, like they are not out to get you or to dig a grave under you, except if you are their political opponent, okay? So they are very shrewd, they're very sly, but they are not like that in their personal relationship, if that makes sense. I mean, they understand the political game, they understand that it's all about, you know, one-upping each other and getting the first bits of information and then using it against each other in political campaigns because you want your opponent to win rather than the adversary, right? So they're very clever and they're very good at what they do. Very sociable. They know everyone that needs to be known. They might even know people from the Secret Service, okay? So they can easily tap people's phones. So watch out. Don't ever leave your phone. The first time you meet this person, don't leave your phone unattended, okay? They might wire your phone, okay? Just to find out more information about you, maybe download some photos from you. They will definitely be on all your social media accounts, gathering information from you the moment that they meet you, but they will be very charming about it. So they might ask you out for dinner and try to ask you about your studies. This is a person that's really interested in how you educate and train your mind, and they want you to be a person that takes care of how they look. So they are kind of elegant and intelligent, and they love to communicate. So they would want a partner that is very fitting to them. And I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of south node placements between the two of them. Maybe they'll have a Venus on your south node, or you'll have a Venus on their south node, or there will be some Venus Moon aspects. I kind of see a Venus kind of being the important one. So you know this person from a past lifetime, you could have been married to them in a past lifetime. So the moment you'll meet, in spite of the fact that you could feel that this is a political strategist, you know, this is a person that you might not need to trust from the beginning with all of your information and knowledge, especially if you work also in politics and for the opposing team. You will still feel drawn to them because you'll think that they're charming as fuck, you know, and I just want to go out and have fun, and this guy is sure going to tell me the most interesting stories and the most like richest gossip around, and you're just gonna have fun, you know. And I feel like this is the kind of person that the more wine you give them, I feel like they're a wine drinker or a spirits drinker rather than a beer drinker. It's like, oh, God forbid I would drink beer. You know, they kind of have that kind of status thing. It's like, no, I'm not part of that social class. So that might be a bit they're a bit iffy, you know, like they don't eat particular things and they don't drink certain things because they associate them with a certain class, you know. So they're very class conscious, status obsessed, but they are a great friend, okay? I see that the more you give them to drink, the more relaxed and loose they're gonna be with their tongue. So you might actually find out some information or some dirt on themselves, or something that they were supposed to guard as a secret for someone else suddenly gets revealed in a conversation with you. Although I think you're the kind of person that knows their boundaries and knows how to protect herself or himself. This is the kind of energy that I'm getting. This person is actually, if you ask them to not divulge a secret, or if you tell them, you know, about your traumatic events or past relationships, you know, they're going to be on your side. They're going to be like, oh, those assholes, you know, they didn't know what they lost, you know, or your ex-husband was a dick, you know. I feel like they're just going to make you laugh a lot. They're going to make you laugh, okay? And they're going to fuck your mind first before they move to your body. You know, you guys are gonna have like some brilliant, super funny conversations, you know, like the kind of conversations that people have at the end of a 48-hour long work shift. You know, they had to work in a maybe to publish some material very quickly on a deadline. Then you all go out for drinks and you just let loose and you feel good, and yeah, it just feels like you're closer together, you know, you're closer together. So this is definitely a workplace relationship where it begins in a workplace, or has some sort of, you meet them through work, and it's gonna be very funny and sarcastic, and you're gonna have like a lot of witty combats, not combats. Maybe you might have combats as well. I mean, this guy is a little bit on the defensive, you know. I feel like as soon as you reject them, they'll be like, oh, okay, sure, you know, I didn't mean that, whatever, looks into their phone, you know. But they can be easily brought back with persuasion. They can be easily brought back to your way of thinking, you know. They are really fired up by ideas. The best way you can attract their attention, if you feel that they might have ghosted you for a day or two, or they didn't reply to your text messages, just send them some information. Send them, oh, you know, I heard this and that, you know, or, you know, I am privy to some really interesting information. Do you want to share? And they'll be like, yes. You know, like a dog. It's like, I'm here. Where is it? Give it to me. Oh God, definitely watch Veep. It's like a lot of characters in that in that movie around Julia Louis-Dreyfus behave like that, you know. So I'm getting that kind of energy coming strongly through this reading. They could be quite proudful, you know. They could have quite a lot of pride. So maybe that's why if you like say something that they don't like, it's like, okay, fine, it's your loss, bye. But because they have kind of like this energy, it's a bit like Gemini or Leo energy when they're kind of pissed. It's like, okay, you're lost, bye. I'm not gonna waste my time on you. They could be easily brought back. You can just message them or let them know that you're throwing a party and they're invited, or that you have extra information, or that, you know, just tell them you're sorry and then you miss them and that's it, you know. This is a very blunt forward person, blunt forward energy, although they do like to think deeply about the fabric of the social environment and how best to get people to do what. Yeah, it's a little bit of a manipulator, you know. But in terms of work, okay, I don't think this person has that much energy to put in manipulating their personal lives. The only thing that they might do is at the beginning, when you meet, they're going to be super attracted to you and they're going to want to know more about you. So they might stalk your social media, but not even stalk. They might genuinely just ask you, you know, and just make a profile. I see them making a profile. They might have friends in the police. They might check your records, you know. This is a person that finds out a lot of information about you. They might surprise you that by the same, by the second date, they will already know how many siblings you have, what is your educational background, and in what Chinese year you were born, you know. Yeah. So definitely, I definitely see them working for social services or social intelligence. So FBI, CIA, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting with this, but they're very light. So political, I would go so far as to say that overall this is the politician, but it's kind of like not necessarily having to work only in the world of politics. It's more like the investigator or the intellectual smartass, you know, like charismatic intellectual. I don't know. I would say the politician. I would just go as far as to say this is the politician is coming towards you. Okay, this is a person that understands power, super sociable, very charismatic, sarcastic, wants you, tells you that they want to, might have very vigorous and exciting and kind of like they have sex in a rush, you know, like very quick and in a rush. It's almost like they want to release all that pent up energy that they gather throughout the day, but it's gonna be fun. Again, I see like with pile number 4 with the hunter, the energy is not heavy at all. I just feel like it's just a lot of anxiety flying around, people wanting this release, you know, this like energetic release by just having very quick passionate sex. So yeah, this is the guy that's coming towards you. If you did not enjoy it, please choose another pile. As I said, there were many references between this pile and all the other piles. And stay tuned, because in the next pick a card reading that I will publish hopefully tomorrow, I'm just saying, I'm not committing to it, but hopefully tomorrow, it's my intention. I will explore more how your relationship develops, okay? So that was my energetic exchange or gift to you, pile number 5. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Hey, pile 6, my last but never least pile. I actually tend to feel quite good in the company of the final pile, because by that then, need to learn how to speak again. By this time, the energy has kind of, you know, calmed down, and I really love calm energy. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this gorgeous piece of jade. These are the cards that are going to describe how your next person is going to be like, look like, behave like in your relationship. So this is about people that are waiting for somebody new, to come into their lives. So specifically for single people. This might not apply to the person that you already have on your mind, but as always, you are the creator of your reality, so you get to choose if this applies to you or not, okay? I'm just here to tell you what messages I see in the cards. Okay, so we have Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. I'm heavily into emotional expressions today, as you can see. Shalegiel, the Angel of Snow. You got a lot of Angelarium cards, so that's a first for me. Usually cards from the Angelarium rarely pop out. I have to pull them. So there is something here about some sort of energetic, spirit-protected connection. You have Bina, knowledge. I would go so far as to say this person could be a shaman. Sahakiel, angel of sky. The end of a tough cycle approaches, Capricorn. Okay, oh, okay, I see where this is going. Interesting. So, yeah, 5 of Cups. The High Priestess. The Moon. Yeah, it's getting increasingly clear what kind of person this is. Page of Cups. Oh my God, so much Cups energy. So beautiful, emotional, spiritual. 7 of Earth. Solid. And this is the Jack of Clubs, so Jack of Wands. And the 2 of Wands. This is your shamanic soulmate, okay? This is a person that is quite different than the counselor, but on a similar wavelength. The counselor, I think, appeared in pile number 3. This is more like a person that does not have necessarily the trauma of the counselor that we encountered in pile 3, but is a person that has been very drawn from an early age to spirituality because they have gifts, and they primarily have the gift of healing. This is a person that comes from a very rich past life cycle. If you are kind of sticking with the narrative of a twin flame connection, this is potentially your twin flame partner, because this is a person that has lived and possibly met you through several incarnations, okay? So a person that understands that rewards come in time through a lot of hard work. Could be a Capricorn, could be a person that works together with groups of people that are on the fringe of society, displaced, dislocated, refugees, people that suffer from drug abuse. And I keep hearing that there was a book that I gravitated towards in one period, In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts, that kind of energy. So the guy who wrote that book, whose name I cannot come to my mind right now, he's a very spiritual person, very interesting, also a Capricorn, and understands addiction to such an interesting level, you know, as also a spiritual kind of disease to a certain extent. So this is your guide. This is very similar on that similar vibration to a spiritual healer, a person that works to help others rise above their current conditions. This is a person that might visit a lot of homeless people's camps. They might work with orphans. They're very pure-hearted, right? I see the Snow card not as being cold. I feel like they have to be stoic because of the degree of trauma and difficulties that they see each day. So they need a lot of time out. They need to take a lot of walks in nature. When they come home, they need like about an hour or two to decompress. They might even cry sometimes because of the fact that other people dump a lot of their worries onto them, so they just need this energetic release, but they won't do it in front of you. It's almost like I see them going and taking a shower, going out for a walk to walk the dog, or going for a walk in nature and then just releasing some tears because it's too much, you know, it's too much sometimes. So this is a very pure-hearted, pure-intended person. This is not a person that would abuse the vulnerable people that they work with. This is a person that can sit for hours and listen to a grieving mother cry and tell her story, to a refugee person that has lost everything again. And they'll patiently take down notes and think empathize with them, but also think of ways in which the social service system can help them. You know, they are potentially an Aquarius or a Pisces, or they might have these kind of energies in their charts. They are a person that always have a connection between themselves and spirit. Very, very strong crown chakra and heart chakra activation with this person. It's such beautiful energy. They might have come from an overbearing family. I feel that they were, as I said, not traumatic family, but like they might have come from a very large family where their mother was very strict and tough with them and criticized them, mostly because she didn't have the time. She was very worried and very stressed all the time, maybe from a background that was not very rich. So your person kind of learned to just keep their emotions within and just to absorb other people's emotions. You know, that's why they're very patient, they're very nurturing. And they kind of learned how to, they didn't receive the adequate mothering from their own mother, because the poor lady didn't have enough time and effort, could not focus on raising that many children on a tight budget, you know. So this person does not hate their mother. It just understands that that was a very difficult condition, and they are grateful for the fact that they managed to live independently. So they're very connected to their nurturing side, and they learned how to mother themselves. They might have even gotten into spell work. I feel like if this is a man that is not at all afraid of being in touch with his feminine side. He doesn't think that that will make him gay, because he's emotionally mature enough to understand that, you know, we have an anima and an animus archetype, and we need to balance both the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us. So he's a great person to go and talk to about, you know, Vedic nakshatras or Shambhala or all sorts of like really out there spiritual knowledge. They are definitely in for it. They might spend some time at the local crystals store looking at tarot decks and astrological decks. So yeah, this is a really wonderful person. I mean, I would love to date a man like this. Very, very sweet. They want somebody that is their soulmate. They are on a soulmate patrol or soulmate mission. They do not spend their time just messing around. I'm getting like very committed energy from all of these guys. Maybe less with pile 5, the politician, who is a bit, you know, dandy, man about town. But aside from that, most of the guys in this reading are like super committed guys who just want, you know, they're in it to win it. But they're in it to stay, you know. Commitment energy is coming very strongly here. Again, twin flame connection, if you are into that, this is your pile. Welcome, you are honored in this place, you know. So yeah, they could understand telepathic communication with their sweetheart. They can go for long periods of time without having sex and without seeing their person, but still loving that person with all their heart, right? So yeah, this is the kind of person that if you go to war, they will wait for you, you know. But let's hope nobody's going to war, okay? Very sweet. They're a little bit of a hopeless romantic as well. So maybe because they see a lot of death and decay and trauma in their work life, when they come home, as I said, they need some time to decompress. But afterwards, I see them like, you know, wanting to cuddle, wanting to Netflix and chill with you. If you have children together, inquiring about the children, or like spending time talking to them, guiding them through whatever dilemmas they might have, or maybe you're like a single mother and this person is going to be that kind of like a mentor towards your children, you know. Very beautiful energy, very nurturing, very, it's like this, whether it is a woman, whether it is a man on the outside, this person is very maternal on the inside, okay? So that's the kind of energy that I see with them. They also love to explore. This card kind of makes me think that they love to explore. They love to talk about things sometimes more than they like to do them. So there might be some slight passivity with them. You might get angry with them because they're not so ambitious. You know, you might want them to earn more and put themselves out there anymore. But if you think like that, then this is not your pile. Please choose another one, because this is a person that is nurturing. This is like being with them feels as if you have an emotional band-aid placed on your heart and you're feeling nourished, you know. This is the kind of person that will synchronize their breathing with you when you're having sex. They will make sure to cuddle you. if you guys are having sex somewhere outside in nature, they'll make sure that your head is supported and you're not hurting in any way. They might ask you several times for confirmation that during sex you are feeling okay and they're not hurting you in any way. They're very, very conscious, of male domination and patriarchal ruling. I think that they read a couple of feminist books. They understand a lot of things about decolonizing culture, protecting indigenous cultures. So they might even take part in protests and rallies against ecological destruction and to protect minorities, against the powers that be of the state. So they do have that slight hippie vibe, but I don't think that this is the kind of person that is just hippie because it's cool, I feel like this is a kind of person that really genuinely kind of believes in the spiritual things because they have applied them in their life and their work. I would say that they might potentially smoke some weed from time to time, recreational, but it's mostly to take their mind away from what they see at work, the loss, the desolation, the toughness. Because if it was up to you, they would be able to just, adopt all those orphan children that they deal with and allow all those refugees to come into the country without checking whatever their papers. So they are very free thinking, very humanitarian, very accepting. They understand that every person needs to be respected and valued for who they are, no matter at which point of the development they might find themselves. So yeah, this is a very beautiful person. I'm already in love with them. I don't know about you, but it's like very kind heart, but a kind heart that was somehow this person rose up to the consciousness that they have a kind heart and that they can use it in the benefit of the community through tough lessons, tough karmic lessons, So again, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, maybe Aquarius energy to a certain extent, Virgo as well potentially. This is kind of the vibe I'm getting. I feel like this person also kind of has this Native American kind of charm about them. Maybe they are part of them. Maybe they're like Hispanic or Chicano, or like they have like a really interesting background, maybe like mixed race background, so they never felt that they could fit in, or they felt the racial abuse from other people in societies. Maybe Native Canadian as well. They are just very and I feel like the spiritual knowledge was handed down to them through their mother, through their a person in their lives. So maybe their mother did not have time to mother them properly, but she handed them down some symbols or some amulets, or taught them how to pray. Or maybe they grew up in a community that was isolated on a reservation somewhere, and they're very in touch with nature because they didn't have a lot of other material goods. So it taught them to go outside and be in nature. So they appreciate the sun, the sea, the nature. They think that it's such a gift. It's such a that is true material wealth in this lifetime. The fact that we are all allowed to use nature's natural gifts. They might like waterfalls. They might want to take you and kiss you next to a waterfall, or you might go and start campfires with them, and roast marshmallows and things like that. Like they have this kind of very wholesome kind of approach to the earth with the 7 of earth. They might have long hair, they braid it. There is something like very, I don't know, like something very attractive about how they look. It's very it's a little bit feminized, if you want to call it like that, but it's very dignified at the same time. So you can see that there's a person with a kind heart, and you can see that even if they might wear their hair long, or wear bracelets or kind of like necklaces that remind them of their tribe or of their roots, this is not a feminine person. This is kind of like, there's kind of like an inner dignity about them. You can see that they have a healthy sense of self-worth, and they can be quite masculine if the situation requires it, but they're also not afraid to be in tune with their feminine side, and that's really beautiful. Yeah, I find that so attractive, you guys. You're so lucky if you chose this pile. So your person is the healer, okay? Your person is the shaman, the shamanic healer. Shamanic healer, I think it's perfect. That's the title. Yeah, your person knows a lot about spells, and he might not call them like that, maybe not spells, but yeah, they know They know that energy is important in life, and especially connecting with animal spirits and the spirits of the land and of the ancestors. They are so on top of that, and you can go to them to request some very good advice. Okay, so that was pile number 6, and I can't believe it. We're wrapping this video up, crew. I kind of feel a bit sad because I felt really good describing these characters to you. So we got a really interesting mix here, and if you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to tune back again, because I will continue to explore your love story, and we'll come back hopefully tomorrow with another video where I might be looking into this person's secret desires and wishes. We'll see how I feel the energy, okay? But take care in the meantime, enjoy yourselves, stay home, stay safe. I love you guys so much, okay? So yeah, let's see each other again soon. Bye.